Hello and welcome to At Brookings. I'm Gigi Hinton. This week, we examine the government's role in the auto industry and what that role will be or should be as we move down the road. Then, Afghanistan's preparing for another round of elections as the U.S. continues to ponder what course of action it will take to help stabilize that country. We'll have an expert panel on that. And Wall Street versus Main Street, which one's rolling in dough? Well, the man on the street talks about big bonuses at once failing financial firms. We'll have all that next at Brookings.
This is At Brookings, a review of news and events for the week of October 19th, 2009.
It was a controversial move, the government bailout of auto giants General Motors and Chrysler. A panel of experts at a Brookings forum discussed the effectiveness of the program, and Stephen Ratner, formerly head of the task force on the auto industry, was there, and he explained the administration's agenda.
Our instructions were fundamental restructuring, viability, a sound industry, not a Band-Aid approach, not a stopgap approach, not shoveling more money in. Most people fundamentally believe that the U.S. needs to be in the manufacturing business broadly and the automobile business more specifically. And had we concluded that wasn't possible, we might have done something differently. Happily, we felt we could. So our view of this is that basically by accelerating the restructurings for Chrysler and GM, we have taken so much capacity out of the North American market that companies should be able to make money.
It's easy to couch this as terms of an ideological debate, whether you want government intervention or not, but there actually is a very rational way to think about this in terms of cost-benefit analysis. Government intervention, that is, aid or assistance to the automakers, is justified if the amount of taxpayer subsidies is less than the value of the output that would have been lost if those subsidies were not provided.
What do I think of the big bonuses being paid to the executives while the companies are receiving big bailout money? I think it's an insult to the working American people.
Irresponsible, and it reflects the hubris that exists in those companies.
I don't think it's a great idea. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair.
Anyone's compensation should be tied to their productivity.
We bail them out for their reckless behavior, and then they're allowed to conduct business as usual.
The American people deserve better than having their money spent this way.
And that's what I think.
Unrest continues in Afghanistan, and the country remains in flux as it plans a runoff election for early November. A Brookings panel examines policy options for the U.S. and its efforts to stabilize the region.
The objective is to defeat and, if possible, destroy al-Qaeda. That is the declared objective that the President has set. That is a counter-terrorism objective. The second approach, which is to pursue a counterinsurgency strategy in order to achieve a counterterrorism objective. And a counterinsurgency strategy would require at least some more troops and perhaps a lot more troops depending on what option is developed.
I think General McChrystal is certainly right about where we have to move, what direction we have to go in if we're going to be more effective. The problem is if we do it and our Afghan partners don't do it, I think the mission will ultimately still fail. And so to me, that is really the crux of what the debate should be about right now. I think we've been spending a little too much time on some other issues, like should we go to a counterterrorism strategy? Can we negotiate more effectively with moderate Taliban? Can we train up the Afghans faster? On those last 2 points, and in conclusion, let me just say, if you read General McChrystal's report, if you watch what General Petraeus has done in CENTCOM for the last few years, the strategy already has a big emphasis on trying to reconcile with anybody who wants to reconcile.
At Brookings is produced by the Brookings Institution. To learn more about the issues discussed on At Brookings, visit our website at brookings.edu.